Hey guys, back at it again with one of my random thoughts videos. As you can hear, my voice is a little bit more clear. Just got out of that weird cold that I had the entire week, but going into like the random topics that today, this is gonna be one of those random thoughts videos. A quick one too. I'm not gonna spend too much on it, but I was just thinking about it, and it's been almost 16 years since Transformers, the first Michael Bay movie came out, and it was, back in 2007. I still remember when that movie came out and the impact that it had, the hype behind it, and everything about that film. It kept me wondering if we're ever gonna go there, if we're ever gonna be able to experience that again at that same level. And man, as I kept thinking about that film and everything, even though the film is flawed, I still have like the memories of going to the theater and just being hyped. I remember for like an entire summer, I cleaned my grandparents' backyard. Like I was like around 9 and 10. I was 10. So I thought that I needed a lot of money to go to like the theater back then. Grandpa kept giving me money, like $5, but eventually I had like around $50, and I used it to buy the Transformers, my Transformer figures, and our dad took us to see the film. But in all these like good fond memories of like the hypeness and all that jazz that comes with being excited about a film, I kept thinking about how those movies looked. And it's almost a 20-year-old movie at this point, and my God, that movie still looks great. Movies like that, a movie like 20 years down the line, and now we have like Marvel movies like looking like rubber, looking like Gumby or whatnot, and just I don't know, I just kept thinking about that and how groundbreaking actually that movie was back then, and it pushed a lot of the 3D technologies that were used in Avatar, and it pushed a lot of the technologies further with ILM doing all that. So I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful that they would go back to that heyday of like experimental movie making. But I don't know. Hopefully in the next installment of like, if they do the sequel to Rise of the Beasts, I kind of want to see them go back to ILM and push the boundaries, and I kind of want to see like Stephen Cable Jr. do like the movie that he wanted to do, because I don't know, I just, every time I watch Rise of the Beasts, I feel like the movie was too safe, and the safeguards that he was put under, that studios put, restricted him a bit. And I think they let him loose a little bit more, and then they craft a much more rich script, I think it would benefit the story more and whatnot. But I kind of want to go and see what they can do now, because it's almost been 20 years. I think if the movie comes out in 2025, it's going to be 17 years, almost 17 years around. So it's nearing that 20-year mark, anniversary for that first film. So I don't know. I just kept thinking about it, and man, I kind of want to see that again. Honestly, I would do a reboot and just go full blown like what they're doing, like G1 style-esque, almost what they did with Bumblebee, but with a little bit more grit. I would just, honestly, in my opinion, I would just adapt the comics to Skybound ones, and give it that that style and that grit, and use that story, adapt it into live action. And if they want to cross over with G.I. Joe, they could still do, because those comics lend themselves very well, and the crossover that they're doing right there, it's pretty well done. So yeah, I mean, I kind of want to see that heyday, not just in Transformers. Like, I want movies to go back to that heyday of like looking crisp, looking clear, looking unique. Man, I miss those days. If I'm not mistaken, I saw like a video today that Star Wars The Force Awakens, like, we're celebrating, I don't know how many years have passed. I think it was like 7, I guess. It's been a long time. Almost 10 years. It's weird, because it's around 7 years, 7 years. It almost feels like yesterday, but I still remember watching that trailer, sitting down and just seeing a Star Wars trailer since episode 3, and episode 3 came out, and I was like around 8 or 9. It was a year and a half before Transformers. I remember I was around 3rd to 4th grade. I remember going to see the film. I remember like the hype with Star Wars and episode 3, because we were going to see Darth Vader at that point. And it was so interesting, and just the toys. I remember going to like Toys R Us, KB Toys, and just there were like buttloads of like all kinds of toys and whatnot, and it was very interesting. It's very interesting. And just sitting down to watch that trailer again. Like, I remember I was in college. I was at a classroom. It came out during class, and I remember like class paused, and everybody was like, "Oh, the Force Awakens trailer came out," and everybody was like hype about it. I remember watching the trailer, and there was something different about it. It was definitely a different vibe from like the original films. It reminded me a lot of the first few Star Trek movies that J.J. Abrams did, which I liked. My favorite one of those movies is the third one. It's very good. Like, Justin Lin did a great job in that movie, and the script was very good too. It was Star Trek Beyond. I remember the name, Star Trek Beyond. Yeah, something different from that Star Wars movie. It's Force Awakens, and then going to see it. I remember like we bought tickets in advance, 2 months in advance. I put them in like a safe at home, makeshift safe that I made. It was just funny, and it was like endearing, to say the least. And yeah, and then the movie came out, and then the movie was, at the time, I thought it was very cool. I still think it's cool, but it's just a retread of the first Star Wars. It was just a retread of A New Hope, and it structurally, it was made to be safe, made to be, to like the member berries and the nostalgia, and it I don't know, that kept that film a lot. It didn't let it. To me, that movie got stuck in that, and the movie didn't grow. It got stunted in that area. So yeah. Anyways, I just think that film franchise making or filmmaking in general for these types of movies should go back to like more, back back in the day, like just have films feel wonderful. Like that sense of like, oh, they don't have that anymore. Have films feel unique from one another, and Star Wars can exist in this time and age. Why not? It's Star Wars. It's one of the biggest franchises ever made. Transformers can exist. It's one of the biggest toy lines and franchises also ever made. But it has story in it. And Transformers is different from Star Wars. Because Star Wars, people have seen their potential. Transformers has a lot of untapped potential. This week I went to see Wonka. And I don't know, that movie reminded me of like just sitting down to watch a nice film, a nice wholesome film filled with joy and wonder. And I wish every movie would do that. I sat down to enjoy that film, and I did. I cried every time the song Pure Imagination would come. I would just cry and sob, because it reminded me of back in the day when I was a kid watching those movies. I wish that this generation could experience that. I hope that Transformers and Star Wars can bring us the wonder, bring us the joy, bring us that sense of awe that films bring us. I really hope that they can do it, and I'm rooting for them. If anyone from Paramount or Disney is hearing this, I want you to know that what these movies need is heart. People that love what they're doing, and people that respect the source material, but people that love making movies, love making art, and love bringing joy and wonder to people like me and like you out there. That's what these people need. That's what these films need. That's what people need nowadays. People need love. And these franchises should be a mirror of that. Anyways, these are my random thoughts for today. If you like this video, guys, please subscribe, like the video, comment wherever you want to comment down below, and remember, God bless you. Until next time, peace.